Today, I'm sharing my story. I haven't really shared it before, and Luna, you're just gonna come along for the ride. Let's get started. Welcome everyone. If you are brand new here, even bigger welcome. Thank you for joining me on my channel. This is where I put my best free content out all around exercise, nutrition, and mindset for ADHD. Because my name is Karen and I'm the body and mind transformation coach for women with ADHD. And I show you how to get fit and nourish your body without the overwhelm and obsession, so you can have the stamina and the strength and confidence to try any activity that feels exciting in the moment and know that you can do it. And like I said today, I'm sharing my journey, my story, and I've never really shared it before. And if you're in my email community, you would have heard a lot of this in the last kind of week or a bit as I dove deep into the archives of my history and journey. So if you're not a part, definitely join the email community. I'll link that below. You fill out the form, you get added, and you also get my free 15-minute morning and night routine as well as a little freebie. But if you have not, you will get to hear this all for the first time. And before we dive in, you probably noticed looks like a toilet behind me. Yeah, I realize it's still there in the background of this video. It is a toilet. Yes, it is a DIY plywood box toilet. Exciting news. I finally installed my real, very fancy composting toilet in my bathroom in my tiny home. So this is the old DIY toilet that I don't know if I should use the box for something. I mean, it could be a cool little seat, a little lookout loo as you look out the window behind you. So comment below what I should use the toilet box for. Anyways, diving right back in here. So to preface this all, I never thought my story was really exciting or interesting, so I never shared it. And I also thought in the back of my mind, if I share my own struggles with healthy eating and exercise, it wouldn't make me qualified as a coach to teach you and show you how to do it. But that was just my ego talking. It was telling me that I'm not worthy to be seen and heard, and that my story is not interesting. Which is funny because that's what I teach you all on this channel, that you are 100% worthy and you deserve to be seen and heard. And I need to share my journey, because by doing this, I'm really hoping you'll see some aspects of yourself in it, and knowing that if I can do this, you 100% can, because we are all the same. No one's more worthy than the next. Okay? And the other part is that this is really hard for me to share. I shared it in my email community, but I've never really shared it on video or publicly like this. So thank you for holding space as I share my journey with you. I get to get a little bit more vulnerable here, and I really hope this connects with you. So before we go back into the archives of me and my life, a bit about me. I am a certified personal trainer and a pro bikini athlete, and I've been in fitness for probably over 15 years. Whether that was teaching group fitness classes, working in a gym, volunteering in a gym, personal training, creating workout programs for like friends, family, and then clients. Started coaching on mindset a couple years ago, but with always a fitness and wellness focus. And now I do circus. I do silks, flying trapeze, just what you think it is. That is what I do. I also teach circus as well. So let's go way back to when Karen was a young child. And this was all before I knew I had ADHD. I'm an adult diagnosis, like I think many of you are, or what I've heard, where exercise, or what I call movement, really came easily to me. I loved it. So growing up, I would spend my summer evening flipping on my trampoline, creating jump rope sequences, running around outside through the trees playing hide and go seek. You literally had to drag me in after it was already dark to go to bed. And I just loved moving my body. And what I didn't know then, what I know now, is that really helped manage my ADHD. It allowed me to really feel into my body, which is very similar to meditation. So that allowed me to pause my brain so I could feel calm and focused and control, and it wasn't overwhelming. And I also realized the secret to sticking with exercise, or what I call movement, that it needed to fully engage my body, my brain, and it had to be fun. Like I would literally create routines on my trampoline with my jump rope, and that was engaging my brain, engaging my body, and it was just so fun. And all of that's going to come up later in my story and what I coach women on today, and all about having to feel really fun and simple while getting results. But as I grew up and then went into my 20s, or my teens, my 20s, what began as this pure love of movement really turned into something that I needed to do. That the reason I felt I needed to do it was because I needed to feel noticed. I needed to feel I was good enough. Because I believe that if I was physically strong, I'd be noticed. And if I could be seen as capable, I could make up for being just a really small person and being really shy. Fun fact, I was terrified of public speaking and very shy for the longest time. Now video is my favorite thing to do. So if I could do that, that would make me feel good enough. But I equally needed to be skinny because that made me noticed as well. Because friends, acquaintances, coaches, parents, they would compliment me if I was skinny, and that made me feel good enough. So what started as just fun movement turned into literally working out. It was work because that made me feel loved and seen and accepted and good enough. And working out had to be hard. And if it was hard, that meant it was effective. And that meant I deserved the results. And that all meant I was good enough. Because of all of the judgments and beliefs and comments of the world around me growing up, that really imprinted on me. So what started with like fun, flowy movement turned into I need to do this to be good enough to have love. Because this inner child in me was like, I just need love and acceptance. And to do that, I need to, work hard and have exercise suck and stay skinny, but also be strong and be seen as capable. And now I loved lifting weights though. Absolutely loved it. It's very meditative for me. And I still love lifting weights. But at the time, kind of my teens into my 20s, it came from a place of such low self-worth. And that is where it felt like a chore. That's where it felt like an obsession. Where literally I would schedule in my workout, and if I didn't work out before school or work, there's this anxiety that, what if I didn't work out? And if I didn't work out, oh my God, I wouldn't do it tomorrow, wouldn't do it the next day, and I would feel not good enough. There's like this intense fear of forgetting it, of the overwhelm and anxiety. You may relate to some of that. And I just think of this story back in university, this like particular workout where I was doing bike intervals and like working so hard, like sweating like crazy, and I hate sweating, and really getting a really solid workout in. But it wasn't this, I feel proud of myself, I did good today, this is a great like post-workout high. It was literally after finishing it, it's like, it still wasn't good enough. I needed to then go lift weights because that wasn't good enough. And even after lifting weights, you're like, okay, that was good, but like maybe it wasn't good enough. I should come back tomorrow. Like my best wasn't good enough. I always needed to do more or be more. So that's kind of how it continued for many years. Again, this is all pre-ADHD diagnosis. This is also before my bodybuilding journey. So into my 20s, I got into bodybuilding, and this was a big game changer for myself. So how did I turn this like obsession and anxiety and this, move from loving working out to hating it, and then back to now where it's fun, I get results, it's easy, it flows, and it's a beautiful place.